Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we do have offices in three parts of the globe. Functionally speaking, we are a hedge fund. Now we are a proprietary hedge fund. Now, which means that our positions are not backed up by a third party capital, which means that whatever positions which we are taking, not a single dollar is being invested by a third party or any venture capitalist or any private equity firm. All positions which Treasury Consulting is taking is completely backed up by own capital. Now, functionally speaking, like American hedge funds, we cover FICC, which is fixed income currencies and commodities, which includes equities, commodities, currencies, and other fixed income instruments. But like I said, we are a proprietary hedge fund, which means not a single dollar from a third party capital. So if you are a third party investor and looking to invest in our company, then please don't contact us because we don't take third party capital. Apart from that, we have our financial consultancy business, we have our private placement programs, we have our we have our news desk, we have our news desk pro, we have our pension fund desk, we have our family office desk, we have our trainings, we have our you know our non-deliverable forward contract desk, and many more. In case you wish to have any information, you can WhatsApp on our personal number, which is +91 9899242978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp on our back office, which is +91 9818485155. Alternatively, you can contact the free Q&A WhatsApp, which is +91 93544 47804. This is a free WhatsApp contact. Please be note that you can ask your questions here, but if we feel your question deserves a reply, we will definitely contact. If we don't feel your question deserves a reply, we will not reply. This is completely free. Today, I would like to cover an interesting video about Life Insurance Corporation. Millions and millions of investors in India trust on Life Insurance Corporation, including me. Me and my family also invested in some different plans of Life Insurance Corporation, and every year we are paying a very good amount to Life Insurance Corporation, assuming at maturity we will get our principal plus whatever bonus as a interest, assuming. Government from 2020 trying to privatize Life Insurance Corporation. As we speak, very closer to the year end, there are many articles on the Google who claim that LIC is having a market value of near about 150 billion US dollars. There are other articles who claim 100 billion US dollars. I am highly surprised how can a company whose PAT PAT means profit after tax, is near about 2,800 crores and stagnant, by the way. If you go to LIC website, Life Insurance Corporation website, you will see the annual reports of LIC. But there is a problem, at least to me. Majority of the component of the annual report is in Hindi. And I can't read Hindi very fast. My Hindi reading is very poor. I can speak Hindi a bit, but my Hindi reading is very poor. To me, comprehending LIC annual report is just like reading a physics book. Because I generally study Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Barclays, UBS, Deutsche, and other banks' annual report, where it is completely English, comprehend in nature, lot of charts, Basel 3 pillar 3 disclosures, although tough but very easy to comprehend. But when you look at the LIC annual report, which is completely in Hindi, you feel like, oh my god. LIC is having a PAT, profit after tax, of near about 2,800 crores, roughly. And if I go with the public articles, some claim 100 billion valuation, some claim 150 billion valuation, probably tomorrow somebody will claim with 300 billion valuation. God knows, anything can happen in the world of investment banking. 150 billion valuation for a company whose PAT is 2,800 crores is really a big thing to me. Henceforth, we have decided our fund will not invest in LIC IPO. See, whatever hype the market wants to give to LIC, please give the hype. I am least bothered. But I personally and my fund will not invest in LIC IPO. That is, I'm telling right away, months before the IPO. Because your valuation is near about 2,800 PAT and you are asking 150 billion, which is too much, guys. Anyways, LIC is the largest domestic institutional investor we have in India. Now, by domestic institutional investor means they are investing the investors' money in the equity market. Now, who all are the investors? People, those who are taking insurance products from LIC, different insurance products, ELSS, annuity, non-annuity, life insurance, term insurance, and all these kind. Some part of their money LIC invest in the equity market. Since LIC, as we speak, is majority controlled by government, henceforth it is a domestic institutional investor. But once LIC will get public, complete financial statement of LIC would be on the Reuters. Then I would be very happy because there is no Hindi. Everything would be in English. And whatever information I want, I get. So I need not to open the website of LIC. I need not to see the Hindi annual report. I will get everything which I am looking forward on Reuters. That is something I am waiting for. But for that, I need to wait at least 7 to 8 months. By the time LIC is not getting listed, Reuters will not share the information. I need to wait. I'm okay with this. When LIC will get listed, India will lose the largest domestic institutional investor. After this, how would the market react? That is really a research thing. Even today, as we speak, that Indian market is completely dominated by a foreign institutional investor. If you look at November and December figure, throughout, foreign institutional investors sold while DIIs bought. And from the last 1 week, as we speak, DII bought more, some cases double of what FII sold. What would if LIC, the largest DII, would go away? That's a big question, at least to me, probably not to Hindi media. Anyways, it's around 6 months to go for IPO, you can say. The big IPOs like LIC needs a lot of preparation, marketing, interviews, book building process. It's a holistic process since LIC is the largest companies, we can say. But I have noticed one thing in the last 2 weeks, LIC increased the stake in Kotak Mahindra Bank and IndusInd Bank. And in either case, they got RBI approval. Well, I have no respect for RBI approval because RBI also approved Paytm as a scheduled bank. RBI also approved Bharat Pay and Central Capital as a small finance bank. So I don't have any respect for RBI approval because now how the approvals are given, we know. In fact, the companies like Zomato, Barbecue Nation, Devnani International, Paytm, Policy Bazaar, and many such companies, Nikia, they got approved, and all are loss-making companies. In case of Paytm, the accumulated losses are near about 12,400 crores. Still, they got the approval. So I have no respect for the approval of these regulatory agencies. My biggest concern is why LIC is increasing the stake in two private banks just months before the IPO. Number one is the Kotak Mahindra Bank. Number two is the IndusInd Bank. I hope you recall my video in 2020, which I made on IndusInd Bank. There are many asset quality issues we have in IndusInd Bank. Many articles were written on the Google about the asset quality issues of IndusInd Bank. And not IndusInd Bank. There are asset quality issues in the whole Indian banking. It's not about IndusInd Bank. In this quarter, September quarter, Bandhan Bank reported 3,000 crores. 3,000 crores of losses. Almost all small finance bank reported decrease in profitability and substantial increase in non-performing asset provisioning. And when we speak about India, Hindi media is always restricted to gross NPA, net NPA, case settled. Thank you very much. And don't think that Kotak Mahindra Bank is a very non-NPA based bank because Uday Kotak always do tweeting and that too in the favor of the administration. I'm surprised that just before few months of the IPO, LIC is increasing the stake in two private banks of India. Whereby there are asset quality issues in one bank. And RBI gave the approval. Like I said, I have no respect because now approvals are given not on fundamental thing, rather on something else. Even after this news, the price of Kotak Mahindra and IndusInd, both listed in India, failed to move up. I'm tracking LIC IPO very in detail. Soon I would come with the financial statement of the IPO, which is on their website. I need to comprehend. Work is going on because it is in Hindi. Henceforth, it is a tedious job for me. I am taking the help of somebody who understands Hindi very well because my reading skills in Hindi is really, really tough. But one thing I'm sure is that LIC increasing the stake in IndusInd Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank is really something which is beyond fundamentals. I know that I am amongst very less people who make such kind of videos. And I know that this process would continue. India is no more a fundamental country. Indian markets are completely in control of venture capitalists and private equity firms. From the last many years, I am giving ample of evidence regarding that. Even today, as we speak, Ola is about to get near about $1 billion in the form of equity and debt. And the latest Ola valuation is 7 billion. A company who never earned profit since inception is having 7 billion valuation. It is clearly written on the Google, this is pre-IPO round, which means that the investors, those who are investing in Ola, they are certain that IPO approval will come. You know how. And when the IPO approval will come, then they would become richer, not the investor. Because Ola is a loss-making company. What do you think? A company who founded since inception, who founded and since inception never be profitable, would be profitable after your IPO? Investor did the same mistake in Zomato and Paytm. And now LIC investments in Kotak Mahindra Bank and IndusInd Bank is really raising something to me, if not to the media. I am doing my deep research that why LIC is investing in these two banks. Probably if I get some meaningful answer, something which is beyond the textbooks, I would definitely come with the video. By the way, I am the first person who is raising the question, how come a government owned company who is completely under the control of the government as we speak is investing in two private banks months before the IPO? Think about that. And the people of Kotak Mahindra Bank and IndusInd Bank, if you feel offended, my number is 9899242978. By the way, Kotak Mahindra Bank, check your annual report and see the hedge accounting. The video is on the way. You know, your auditors, the auditors of the Indian bank, feel that they can do anything because people don't have knowledge, and this is a fact. I am saying again thing. I have posted this on my Twitter. Big Fours are under a huge scandal worldwide. And every passing month, they are fined. But still, all loss-making startups have Big Fours as their auditors. Majority. And majority of the Indian banks were having Big Four as auditors. But not a single media house in India dare to speak this. Now, whether this is EY, PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, according to a website called Compliance Week, there is a data comprehended by PCOAB. I got the copy of the data since it's a public data. And see the audit issues in these Big Fours. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. Have a great time ahead. This is the video which is dedicated to the Treasury Consulting Group. And to be very honest, we are keeping this video now onwards at the end of every YouTube video. And all the courses by Sheetal Academy and Treasury Consulting Group. There are many questions people generally raised about Treasury Consulting, the products, the services, and we reply these questions on WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and variety of forums. But the quantity of questions, the queries are continuously increasing. Henceforth, we decided to make a video. Of course, this is not the only video which we are making. Rather, over the period of the time, we would continue to upgrade this video, to be precise. First of all, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group. We are based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. As we speak, company is around 5 years plus old, and more importantly, we are 100% cash rich company. Unlike the so-called unicorns, without quoting the name, and even if I quote the name, it's a fact that they never touch the profit. The company is in profits from inception. So since inception, the company is in profit. So we are a 100% cash rich group, 0% venture capitalist, and 0% debt. More importantly, our legal entities invest our free cash with mutual funds and international banks across the globe. We are a client to almost top 10 mutual funds in India, and that is the reason we do have holistic information about the mutual fund industry in India. That's a separate thing, that majority of the information never comes in public domain. Even if a fraction of the information comes in public domain, this fraction of information come for one day, and then you know how it happens. So as we speak, we do have three legal entities: India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we are a cash rich group, and we are having 0%, which means not a single cent invested by any venture capitalist or private equity firm. The company has not taken debt from any bank, financial institution, or hedge fund. So we are a zero debt company. That is something which we need to understand very holistically. The following are the products and services we do have about Treasury Consulting. The more detail is coming at the as the video progress. We have our own proprietary hedge fund. Many people in the world do not understand the meaning of proprietary. The proprietary means no party outside Treasury Consulting can invest in our hedge fund, which means that we trade with our own money. We are not accepting anybody's money. Even if you give us any amount of money, any proposal on the table, it is completely rejectable. So proprietary is a word which is often used in United States and Europe, but unfortunately this is least used in India. The proprietary means people trade their own money. They do not trade somebody's money. Even if tomorrow, after listening this video, you come to us and say that I give you $1 million to trade my money, I will say thank you very much. We are literally not interested. We hold our own proprietary fund, and that fund would continue to be proprietary, which means that the outside participation would continue to be zero forever. This fund includes the equities desk, the commodities desk. We have our virtual comics platform. More importantly, we have our OTT Academy. OTT stands at over the top, just like we are having Amazon Prime, we are having Netflix, Disney. There are so many, OTT platform we have worldwide. Our OTT platforms is not as big because they started 6 months ago, but thankfully we are having handful of customers, and they are growing. In our OTT platform, we are creating video and uploading at the back end of our platform. People with authorized login ID and password can see these videos. Apart from that, no one else is authorized to see these videos. As the video progresses, you will get to know that as we are having around 13 plus, which is 13 plus different series as far as the OTT platform is concerned. As we speak, August 2021, it is 13 plus, and we are continuously adding more series. Our idea is very clear. We will reach to 35 or probably 40 series in another 1.5 years of time. We are having our learning arm, which is Sheetal Academy. The details of the Sheetal Academy is given at the end of the video. We have our own family office desk. Rather, very soon, our hedge fund would be a part of our family office. We have our own pension fund desk in terms of consulting. And there are 62 plus different platforms which are listed on our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. So as we speak, we have our proprietary hedge fund, we have our equities desk, we have our commodities desk, we have our virtual comics platform, our OTT Academy, our penny stock desk, Sheetal Academy, family office, pension fund, and variety of such platforms. TRFX Academy, which is our OTT platform, over the top platform. This platform is having 13 plus series. Now, few I mentioned, basic series, moderate series, advanced series, valuation series, treasury series, wealth management platform. Wealth management platform is actually integrated with TRFX Academy and would continue to be integrated because of course we would be investing heavily in the wealth management platform. When we speak about wealth management platform, we speak about the learnings. We are not talking about the trading. There is a difference. It's a trading platform. Remember this. We have 13 plus different series, like few are basic series, moderate series, valuation series, advanced series, treasury series, research and analysis series, and we have variety of such series. So please do remember that. As we speak, we have around 180 plus videos live. Every week we shot 10 videos. So every month we are adding around 40 to 50 videos, and we keep adding more and more videos as the time would come. The target is very clear that we would be having more than 2000 plus videos probably in another 2 years of time, which means a dedicated private platform for learnings. So what is the wealth management platform? A wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. The asset classes includes the fixed income, currencies, commodities, credit derivatives, structured derivatives, and many more. So I repeat, a wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. Wealth management platform is also designed to cover continent-wise topic. Continents are United States, Europe, AXI, Asia excluding India. We have excluded India because the financial markets in India are very, very shallow. Very shallow. Like if you speak MTN, medium term notes, if you speak about any exotic derivatives, nowhere people are taking this. In fact, you know that I worked as a corporate treasurer. Even today, 99% of the treasury function in India are working as a cost center. Hardly 1% are working as a profit center. Hardly 1%, to be honest. So the continent-wise include United States, Asia excluding India, Asia excluding Japan, India and Japan, global financial centers like Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and respective, and of course Latin America. We are creating a wealth management platform which would be covering everything. Example, CDS, credit derivatives. India is not a market of credit derivatives. Reserve Bank of India on paper allowing credit derivatives, but neither we have buyer nor we have sellers of credit derivative. So on paper you have credit derivative, but practically you don't have the credit derivative in place. Henceforth, we really need to understand that if we wanted to talk about credit derivative, the only markets are US, Europe, or Singapore. India was not a market, is not a market, and would continue to be, because we are doing nothing substantial to create a credit derivative market in India. That's the reason, even after a lot of frauds which are happening, banks are just writing off the money from their books. Simply writing off the money from their books. Had it been the credit derivative, banks would be able to get their money back. But once again, if you talk about this issue, people don't understand because they are not interested to have this. Anyways, a wealth management platform designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. And very soon, this wealth management platform would link with our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. And of course, we would be adding crypto as well. That is most important. We are planning around 1000 plus wealth management videos by December 2022, which would be covering continents like United States, Europe, Japanese market, Asian markets, global financial centers, Latin America, the tax havens like Bermuda, BVI, Caribbean, and respective, and structured finance, my favorite. 1000 plus videos would be covering almost everything as far as the wealth management is concerned. We would be covering a very simplistic and the plain vanilla topic. At the same time, we would be covering the exotic topic also. So basically, our wealth management platform is for the people, those who are having zero knowledge, and it is also for the people, those who are having advanced knowledge. Please understand that. It is not designed for the people, those who only have basic knowledge, or the people who wanted to have exotic knowledge. People with the basic, moderate, or advanced, they all can participate. This is our TRFX Academy, a screenshot taken from our fixed income platform. This TRFX Academy is our OTT platform, which is over the top platform. And in this TRFX Academy, we are of course interlinking the wealth management platform also. I promise you, probably in another 1 to 2 years of time, we would be adding a lot of content in our wealth management platform and of course our TRFX Academy. Only people with the login ID and the password can enter into this platform, and of course on a weekly basis we are trying to have at least around 10 plus videos, so that we would be able to reach to the target as far as the December 2022 is concerned. And we are committed to it, sir, to be honest. Treasury Consulting Group having own learnings platform, which is known as Sheetal Academy. As we speak, Sheetal Academy is covering around 13 plus schools. Few are mentioned here. The World of Options, Option Worlds, School of Nifty and Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics, and more schools are coming. Before I change the slide, the purpose of Sheetal Academy is to create a learning platform which link with Thomson Reuters and Bloomberg. We know that we have many learning academies worldwide, and I challenge all learning academy, how many of them are actually linked with Reuters and Bloomberg. I often share Reuters and Bloomberg screenshots on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter. Hardly I see, in fact, limited people in the world are sharing the Reuters and the Bloomberg platform screenshots, because the question is, it requires a very deep and dense knowledge. Once you are sharing the screenshots, people generally ask questions from you, and you should have a knowledge to reply. That is more important thing. Very soon we have more schools coming. So as we speak, we are having Option World, Nifty, Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics. The other schools are School of Trade Finance, School of Regulatory, School of Treasury Technologies, Functional Training. We have functional trainings, forensic trainings, information technology trainings, regulatory trainings, and technological trainings. As we speak, around 200 plus trainings are listed. More trainings are coming over the period of the time. All these trainings and everything are integrated with our fixed income platform. You visit our fixed income platform and you would be able to get all trainings and all information here. Apart from that, we provided you the WhatsApp number. You just WhatsApp if you have any query, and in most of the cases we reply if we feel that the query is genuine. So the Sheetal Academy is a platform whose job is to provide practical and industry oriented knowledge. Of course, we link with Thomson Reuters, Bloomberg TV, and many international magazines, international books, and so on and so forth to provide you as practical training. You visit our YouTube channel. In fact, the video you just listened, you can compare this video with any other YouTube channel and rest you know. Apart from that, we just launched our TCG Video World. What is that? We have people, those who working day night in their respective jobs. Some are engineers, some are finance people and all. They don't have time to attend the regular one-to-one trainings. I agree that they need video trainings, like the content shot in the video delivered to them, and as and when they get time, they listen to it. We launched our TCG Video World, Treasury Consulting Group Video World. In this video world, we have decided to have 100 plus topics, 5 already done as we speak. As we speak, 5 video trainings are live, pay and get. The only time need is the time to upload on Telegram groups. Every training at least 1 hour or 2 hours. It is a video training. So it is not a one-to-one training. Videos are recorded, you get the videos, recorded videos. Videos to be upload in the Telegram groups, because Telegram gives you the privilege to upload 2 GB of video. Whenever we feel that the video length is big, we request people to share their Gmail IDs. They can create their fresh Gmail ID and we upload the video in their Gmail ID. Which so that because Telegram as we speak is giving a privilege of only 10 GB, 2 GB. This TCG Video Worlds covering advanced trainings, moderate trainings, and basic trainings. So basic trainings, advanced trainings, moderate trainings. Please note my next word carefully. All basic trainings would be 2000, which means you choose any topic of basic, you get at 2000. Moderate and advanced training pricing depend upon content to content. So I repeat, TCG Video World is a platform when you have 100 plus topic, 5 already live, 2 hours video training. It's a video training to be uploaded in the Telegram group. If we need more space, we request for Gmail ID. Advanced trainings, moderate trainings, and basic trainings. Please do remember this. And this is live. This platform is well integrated with our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. So this is well integrated with our fixed income platform. This is a glimpse of our hedge fund desk. Like I made myself very clear upfrontly that no third party in the whole world can enter in this platform, which means that we do not trade somebody's money. We only trade our own money. So no third party can enter in our platform. This is only for ours. But this platform covers equity desk. This platform covers scalping group. This platform covers commodities desk, comics platform, penny stock desk, silver scalping fund, which we just started, and more importantly the Asian desk where we're covering Singapore and all, and the digital gold. More product we would be launching in this hedge fund. But I will again repeat, no third party except Treasury Consulting can enter in this fund. This is not for outsiders. This is our prop hedge fund, which is completely designed for the organization, by the organization. No third party is allowed. And we are very limited companies in the world, those who are running the profitable hedge fund. Our income and everything is really good, but we do not trade somebody's money. These are our credentials. You know my handheld number 9899242978. These are our WhatsApp numbers, our platform www.fixedincome.global, email ID rahul.magan@treasuryconsulting.in or info@treasuryconsulting.in. I assure you, probably in another 1 year of time, we would have more than 100 plus different platforms across the globe. Company would continue to be cash rich. We never allow any venture capitalists to enter in our company because we know the side effects of that, and we continue to add lots of products and services. In case you wish to have any information, these are all the credentials. Thank you guys and have a great time ahead.